the greatest tragedy and curse in this country is William Ruto.
All right.
You go respect
I am saying the full.
I don't respect Ruto. I hate Ruto. I hate Ruto.
No. It's
Ladies and gentlemen, the trials of President William Ruto to win back the people of the Mount Kenya region on his side have left him trying to do everything possible in his power to at least court, or let me say, attract some few leaders from the opposition that might help him win the people of the Mount Kenya region back. But these are like the horses of a dying horse. I mean, these are like the kicks of a dying horse. Now, looking at a dossier that has been exposed by one Kabado, it tells us that Ruto is so desperate to actually counter the influence of Rigathi Gachagua in the Mount Kenya region. And this is what he has resulted to. Now, looking at an exposé done by one Kabado, he says that President William Ruto recently directly invited him to Statehouse. Allow me to quote him. He says, "All my confidants advised I honor to show courtesy and perhaps benefit financially or a state job. Soul searching in 5 days. Countdown. They politely declined. I politely declined, offered him my sincere thoughts about what he needs to do. Meeting Ruto privately would have denied me any moral authority to criticize his governance tragedies. I want to be a freed spirit to pronounce public interest unhindered, uncompromised. Chinery in the bane of Kenyan's politics, those trooping to State House are enabling Ruto. Receiving money bags of Ruto's handouts is sanitizing process of crime. People shouldn't accept money stolen from public. If we all refuse to join the gravy train, our anger and fights against looting are justified. Imagine if Nobel laureate Madai accepted Moi's cash. Hashtag Ruto must go. The bane of Kenyan's public leadership is integrity deficiency. Very few in opposition ranks are without sub-train Ruto links. Dishonesty galore, saving grace. The present calm in Gen Z's change wave only before a triumphant storm. Accountability charter shall inevitably prevail. Ruto may be smarter than most of his political peers and those propelled by greed, but he is definitely a minion in comparison to power in the hands of patriotic forces. No amount of megalonia or deception will rescue cartocracy. For our motherland, time is the best ally. William Ruto is wholly incompatible with a cohesive democratic Kenya. Crude William Samoei Ruto will buy gluttonous politicians and envelope gullible delegations. He has blackmailed graft merchants. Yet Ruto's date with change hurricane is inked. Change is coming to Kenya. In 2021, though declined UDA ticket even after meeting Ruto and Rigathi each thrice, I was the first in Azimio to congratulate him once the Supreme Court ratified his win. I momentarily, like others, offered the benefit of doubt, and then swiftly reverted factory resettings. For devious crafty Kasongo to fall, all patriots must sacrifice 100%, must be selfless and must utmostly bold. Hashtag opposition unity of purpose. Hashtag number one candidate. Hashtag round one win. Focus is obligatory. To rescue our dear motherland, Kenyans extension threat irredeemably crooked, and that is William Ruto. Hashtag Ruto must go. And Kabado continues by saying, latest 10th August 2027, latest 10th August 2027, and more preferably before Kenya will have a sixth president, Before then, frowns opportunists, hypocrites, and gluttons will justify or covertly engage evil dealings with patron. Hashtag extrajudicial killings. Hashtag chief looter. Darkness hour before dawn. Hashtag Ruto must go. If you hate extrajudicial killings, hate Ruto. If you hate abductions Kenya, hate Ruto. If you hate grabbing Karura forest, hate Ruto. If you hate looting Kenya, hate Ruto. If you hate terrorizer of Gen Zs, say I hate Ruto. If you love Kenya, say a silent prayer. Hashtag Ruto must go. Now, what does this actually mean? Kabando also goes ahead to say that on May or June 2022, I have at Citizen TV Kenya and NTV Kenya that Ruto had 75 to 80% of Nyeri vote, but hoped he would turn the tide. I declined UDA ticket despite almost guaranteed Nyeri senator. I truly believed on a better option then. Deviously, smarter Ruto got 87%. Today he can get 5%. Now let's look at these in an with an open mind. Kabado tells us that Ruto invited him to Statehouse. He tells us that Ruto himself directly called and offered Kabado a chance to work with him. Now the question is, this is just one man that has, from the opposition, that has openly criticized and exposed William Ruto. How many from the opposition have been offered these chances and have been given money to actually sabotage the opposition from within? And this is where we all come in. And we shall give this advice for free. And in support of what Rigathi Gachagua said the previous day, Gachagua said, it's high time the people of the Mount Kenya region do an audit of the leaders that are currently calling out William Ruto from the Mount Kenya region. What is their head game? What is their goal? Because most of these leaders are not either affiliated with the government nor with the opposition. They are just there calling out Ruto to action. But the question is, who do they serve? Where does their loyalty lie? And here is where the truth comes in. Many of them have been given the same call that Kabad Kabad was given, but they have never gone ahead to expose the truth in regards to those calls. They just pretend that, you know what, we are continuing to be together in opposition. But truth be told, most of these leaders have been called and offered money from the State House. Let me ask you, how many do you think can actually decline a call from the State House? How many do you think can decline a meeting with President William Ruto? Not many, because most of them, they value their stomachs more than anything. Ruto doesn't call you with an offer of 1 million Kenyan shillings. If it's the president calling you, be sure he is offering over 50 million to 100 million Kenyan shillings. And that is why we are saying it's high time we who are against the regime of President William Ruto exercise utmost disregard to any politician that doesn't seem to align with the cause of the day, and that is the cause of Ruto must go. Are we together? Rigathi Gachagua has told us that the Murang'a governor and the Murang'a member of parliament, Didi Nyoro, are projects of William Ruto, because they have been holding these secret meetings with Ruto for a very long time. And if Kabado didn't come out to confess in public that Ruto had invited him to a meeting, we would have never known about it. But how many leaders within the government are being given these opportunities and they are serving the interest of the president, yet out in public they are pretending that they are united with us in opposition? Many of them. It's high time that the people who support the opposition, or the people from the Mount Kenya region, realizes who they are supporting and who they are going to back come the year 2027. Because most of these leaders have been offered money to divert their attention, to divide the votes of the Mount Kenya region. But it's high time now to separate the chaff from the maize. Mtazamaji, I would like to hear your comments in regards to this matter. Leave a comment to the comment section. See you in our next video. Remember, this is the Kenyan Daily Report. Subscribe.